Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Grue Room. And for the Grue Room today, we got a very great guest. He stars in the major hit television series on Netflix, Cobra Kai. And I am talking about Aedin Mincks. And I'm really looking forward to talking to him, asking him how the cast is, how he is, how he got the role, all that fun stuff. Learn a little bit about his life and about other roles that he's had. I am Rocco Cross. I am the host of Utters. I am the host of the Grue Room. And grab your key and kick it, cause my interview with Cobra Kai's Aedin is coming up next. Welcome to Grue, and thanks so much for coming on the show and taking time out of your night.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
Definitely, buddy. Yeah. So like I wanted to jump in by asking what drew you to want to act? Like what made you want to do this?
Yeah, me and my brother were actually like huge fans of Lord of the Rings,
Oh,
and
sweet.
yeah, that was basically that's basically the whole story. But like, yeah, we watched the behind the scenes and stuff, and that's when we discovered what it was. Like, oh yeah, like dragons and trolls aren't real and stuff, sadly, but it's still really like yeah. So it's cool seeing it all get made, and it's like oh, so that's how they did all that, and yeah, we just yeah, that just what inspired us to, like go and do that. We took some pictures out in our front lawn to use as headshots, and then we sent them to agents, and we just sort of went from there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it was pretty easy. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's awesome. So you love both the books and the films then, right?
I've been meaning to read the books. I needed to get into those, but yeah. So far it's just the super extended editions. Yeah, like where it's
You,
like 3 discs for one movie. So
yes, exactly. I know. And like was your first big break in the biz is when you were on the show ant farm?
yeah, I think because I forgot like chronologically how things happened. I don't remember if I got Hangover 2 like just before or after, but
Gotcha.
yeah, definitely I was mostly recognizable from Ant Farm for the longest time, but like
Yeah.
I almost wonder if my first biggest project was actually like Hangover 2, which
Oh,
was a lot
okay.
of fun too. I got to go to Thailand for a long time for that.
Oh,
And
wow, really?
yeah, I got to meet like the whole like original cast. Like I like got to be good buddies with Zach Galifianakis. He's a really down to earth guy. But
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah, yeah, they're really cool guys.
Now, did you get to hang out with Tyson at all or no?
No, no, I wish. It was cool seeing them do the tattoo though, because like they had to do the tattoo for like Stu.
Yeah.
And for the young Stu too. It's like seeing him in the makeup chair like in the mornings, like is like they just like be there for hours like trying to detail it. But then apparently they got in trouble with Mike Tyson's tattoo artist because he's like, that's my signature tattoo. I need to
Yeah.
get a fee for that. So he yeah.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's always been like that's one place I always wanted to go visit is Thailand. Like I always heard so many good things about it. I know people that actually went there and everyone
Yeah.
had nothing but great things to say about it.
Yeah. Like it is a really cool like cultural like difference and
Yeah.
experience, but honestly, I would rather I would just say like Bangkok wasn't my favorite. We got to stay in Bangkok and Krabi. Krabi was nice. It was very like tropical and exotic
Oh,
and like
wow.
you're like it was like really beautiful down there. But then Bangkok, like it was more on the inner city. So like there was like, cockroaches and smog sort of everywhere. But yeah. Yeah. One night we were actually like walking back to our hotel and we just heard like crunching like leaves or something. Well, we thought we were just like walking on leaves and we're like, wait, there's no trees over here. We turn on the flashlight, roaches just scattering
No.
over the sidewalk, and we're like, run, go home. So we just ran all the way back to the hotel.
Yeah, I would do the same thing if I found out I was walking on a bunch of roaches. Oh my God, that's so that
Yeah,
that gives you the chills.
yeah. Yeah, actual filming on set was fun, but the location, it had its moments. Yeah.
And when you were on the show a.n.t.farm, you were also doing Ted, right?
Yeah. So like that was the cool thing that I liked, is that I for the first two seasons I wasn't a series regular, I
Hmm.
was recurring, so I still had like an opening to be able to go audition for things that I wanted to. So like
Nice.
it like any other Disney kid would not be allowed to do a movie like Ted, like pot smoking teddy bear, like cussing people out like that, like you wouldn't see any of them on there. So yeah, that's something I was really grateful for, to be able to have people do two of those. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. A lot of the demographics sort of got switched up with it. Everyone who recognized me from TED,
Hmm.
it would be like the little kids and stuff. So the little kids
Yeah.
would be like, "Oh my God, you're from?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, you know me from a.n.t.farm." And they're like, "No, I saw you in TED." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then adults would come up to me and be like, "Oh my God, you're the kid from a.n.t.farm. My kids watch you all the time." I'm like, "That's great, but I was also in TED." And they're like, "Oh really? I haven't seen it yet." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
I'm that movie was crazy. That
Yeah.
that teddy bear was bonkers.
Yeah, that would have to be my favorite movie to film, because like just getting to go to Boston, like that alone was such like an amazing like
Hmm.
area. Like it like had so much history over there, and with like even some of the roads, like we were going through Little Italy, I think, and like they still had like the brick roads like
Oh
there.
wow,
So
really?
yeah, it's really cool down there. But yeah.
Oh, nice. You know, after I saw that movie, I was like, oh my God, I want my own real life teddy bear like the way it is in this movie. That'd be so cool to have one of them. But,
Definitely. Yeah.
but I don't know. He got into a lot of trouble, so I don't know about that.
Yeah, steal someone else's, rip off its ear if it tries to escape. Yeah, just
Right? Exactly. And I see you filmed film you were on set with Billy Bob and Dwayne the Rock on the
yeah.
set of Faster. Like, did you get a chance to like hang hang out with like Rock and Billy Bob and do scenes with them? And
Yeah, they were. I got to meet The Rock one time. He was very like he is a very bulk man. Like, he is just
he's big.
very
He
he's
is.
very
He's big.
shiny too. I don't know if like they just rubbed baby oil on him before the scene, but like he is just very shiny. So and but yeah, Billy Bob was a really cool guy. He just like talked to you like very casually. And one time I was in the makeup chair and I was like getting my stuff done. He walks up behind me. He had a water cup and he dipped his fingers in it. He went, "Achoo." He flicked his fingers so it felt like water sprayed on my neck, and he went, "Achoo," and did that. I'm like, so I was actually doing that a lot on set this year.
Oh, for Cobra
The
Kai.
reactions are way better because of COVID. So like people just freak out. Like I'll borrow a spray bottle from the makeup people, and then
Uh-huh.
I'll like my mask will be on, so
Yeah,
clearly
yeah.
I didn't spray anything, and I'll go achoo, and someone will go "Ah!" Like, so yeah, I get good reactions with that now.
And you learn from one of the best, from
Of
Billy
course,
Bob.
yeah. I've been using it like ever since. So
It's funny you said like Rock, how he was shiny baby oil, because
yeah,
I don't know if you follow wrestling at all, like the WWE, like back
yeah,
in like 80s and stuff. Guys like Hogan, like they would rub the baby oil all over their body, and then they would come out to the
yeah,
ring, and they would always look shiny.
yeah, exactly.
And And
Yeah.
speaking of your big show, Cobra Kai, how did you wind up getting the role as Mitch on this super huge show?
Well, yeah, I originally auditioned for Bo. He was one of the bullies that like
Yeah.
well, yeah, when he's going in, when Miguel's going in to get his grandma the Pepto Bismol, and he gets called Rhea. Yeah, I was gonna be one of those bullies. So, but
Oh.
then it didn't work out. But it was fine. And then like later on, I got the audition for Mitch, and I don't remember if I sent in a self tape or if I just went straight to the audition, and then I think I just did a callback one more
Hmm.
time, and then I just booked from there. So
Oh
yeah,
wow.
it's pretty cool. But then apparently they like when I got to set, they were telling me how they were like scouring like America and I think even some European countries like for this character, and it's just like,
Really?
oh, cool. So I'm like, I was in California the whole time. Like that's where most of the auditions start.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I didn't get the audition, but all right.
Well, I mean, it's a really good thing you didn't get picked for the bullies because they were only in that one scene. So.
Yeah, exactly. It worked out.
Yeah, exactly. And now, did you watch the films, or were you a fan of the films before you got to
Well,
be on the show?
my parents were huge fans of the show of the movies before I got into it, but like I didn't know that there were originals. I thought there was just the uh Jaden Smith one. So
Oh,
like
yeah.
that was the one I watched at the time because like I just turned 10 or something, and then that movie came out, and I'm like, oh cool, this is it. So then um yeah, we and then so after I booked the part, they're like, "Oh, this is a continuation of the originals." I'm like, "What originals?" And they're like, "Wait, how have you not seen these? What's wrong with you? What?" Like, so then they made me watch them, and like yeah, they're a lot better. But yeah, I only watched the first one after I booked the part.
Hmm.
And then I blew through the whole season, the first season, like that was on YouTube Red.
Yeah.
And then after a while, Netflix added the other movies on, and then I got to watch them. But yeah, I think
Oh,
I liked the third one the most, just because like Silver, all of his like
okay. Really?
everything he was doing was just awesome.
Okay. Okay. And that the actor that plays him didn't lose a step. I mean,
Oh yeah,
he's just as evil in season 4.
exactly. Yeah, yeah, that was the coolest thing. Like, cause I became a fan before he joined the show. So I saw his movie. I'm like, oh wow, this one's awesome. Like, it's seeing his character, just like oh, I like that, Johnny. I'm gonna use that. Like all that stuff. Like that is just hilarious to me. And getting to actually see him in person, he just like towers over you and is just like,
Oh
hi,
God.
pleasure to meet you. And I'm like, oh wow, what's up? Like, so it's a really cool set. Yeah.
Of course. And you know what I love with the show, like they still bring in that famous line, wax on, wax off.
Yeah.
So did you have to learn any martial arts or fighting training, or did they train you on set?
Yeah, they actually will they like usually the week the episode is happening, will well, like every morning they have like this little training room that we'll walk into. There's pads all over the floors. And all the stunt coordinators are in
Yeah.
there, and they're just we get to do a little warm up first, so like it's like a normal class where we're all in a line, and it's all right. And they go down with the mitts. All right, left right, left right, left right, like going with the mitts.
Oh
And then
wow.
we'll break off into our groups and start practicing our actual fights. So like um if like Tori and if Tori and Sam have their fight, they're gonna
Hmm.
go practice in that corner. Me and Chris are gonna have our fight. It's gonna be over in this corner. So things like that. Yeah.
Oh wow, really that's really cool. That's awesome. I
Some
like
people
that.
actually did go get like their own like private training and classes. Like I think I know Mary definitely like she's been getting her she's been like heavily studying karate like since the
Yeah,
show.
really.
But yeah, so yeah, it's really cool what people are doing with it. Yeah.
Oh wow. So like just by being on this show, it makes like a lot of the people from the cast want to actually learn it, right?
Yeah, just like wanting to like do it the best they can, and also like probably got no interest into it now. Like, all right, I want to try to do some of these on my own without having a stunt coordinator and some strings like lift me up.
Right, right, exactly. And season 4, are you happy where Mitch is now compared to when Mitch first started on the show?
Yeah, like I really liked like where he went with it. Originally he was sort of just wanting to fit in. He was most likely at the first tournament and saw Sholo Miguel win and wanted to join Cobra Kai just so he could become a badass like them. But yeah, then he sort of became Hawk's right hand man, just like his
Mm-hmm.
goon, sort of helping him out, his buddy. And then gets kicked out of Cobra Kai and tries to like find his own path, figure it out, goes to Eagle Fang, and now he's buddied up with Chris again, and he's sort of like his own person once again, is what I feel like. So I like where he is now. Like now he's not like just doing whatever anyone tells him.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
That is so funny coming up with that name, the eat the eagle fang.
Yeah. When they first showed us, I thought it was a joke because I wasn't
Yeah, right.
sure. But then like it was like, okay, no, they got the shirts and everything. All right. Like
Nice. What do you love most about playing Mitch?
um I would say about like everywhere he gets to go. Like how like he wasn't like tied down to one dojo, like how he got to try a little bit of Cobra Kai
Yeah.
and he tried a little bit of Eagle Fang and now Eagle Fang and Miyagi-Do are mixing. So I think how it's cool he sort of just gets to go around and try his own stuff. Like he's not just tied down anywhere. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
definitely. Definitely. Yeah. I mean, like Mitch actually got to train and with all the main people. Like he trained with Kreese, with Danny,
yeah.
and with Johnny.
Yeah.
So so
So,
you got the best of all the worlds. Like you got all three trainers that were helping Mitch.
definitely. Yeah. I'm just mad that now I don't have Silver training me because he was the one I was excited about. But yeah, like literally the minute I'm gone, like, all right, now he's the trainer.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly. Oh my god, that double double cross with silver and Creek. Oh my god,
Oh
that
yeah.
was like wow.
I kind of liked how they made him. I like what they did with the character, how they made him sane. They made him like, no, I like that's the old me. This is whatever now. And like they like showed him like getting in a little substance abuse. He's a little drunk
Hmm.
now. And then
Hmm.
all of a sudden, like old Kreese is back and it's like, you want to be in Cobra Kai? You want to be Cobra? Like just like going right back into the, oh, I like that. Like it is just so cool. Yeah.
um, like, what are the how are the fight fighting scenes like at like especially that big brawl that happened in the school?
Yeah.
Like how's that like when you go to film the fighting scenes like how like that big brawl in the school?
Most of our fights are they're kind of like normal fights. They'll have their like cuts and stuff, but we like to do a huge oneer at the end of the seasons
Hmm.
usually, where it's just we start the camera and we don't cut it. We're just swaying back and forth, seeing all this. All right, now these people run into frame. All right, now get them. These people run out. These people come in. All right, now move the camera again, and it's just the camera like moving through the building and telling the story like in real time instead of, oh, this happened but at the same time this happened. Like, nope, the camera's over here, it's showing everything that's happening over there as it goes over here. So like yeah, that's the coolest thing to me is like our oneers is like just one full video, uncut. Like, yeah, it's a lot of work trying to move around like a giant, like bulky camera and a boom guy and a director. Oh yeah, because like the stunt coordinator will usually be the director because like they gotta make sure everyone's okay and doing the
Well, yeah.
fights right. So it's just a boom guy, and then a camera, and then like him, just like three huge full-grown men just like running around, and it's like, all right, now quickly like flatten yourself against the hallway because it's a tiny hallway. So just like flatten yourself against the hallway, let them go through. All right, get back in. Like, so it's a
Wow.
lot of crazy work, but it's a lot of fun.
Wow, definitely. And like, what are your thoughts? Like, I mean, you get to work like everybody on the show. Like, you get to work with the goats, like Ralph Macchio and Martin, and then you get to work with guys like Hawk, Jacob,
Yeah.
and like you get to work with like the goats plus the young cast. And what are your thoughts on that, on working with everybody?
Honestly, they're all just like really cool. I get to talk to the adults and stuff on set and stuff. So like, what is it, like William? He'll show off his music and like show off like things from his time a
Yeah.
little bit. It's like pretty cool. And one time I was on set on the Miyagi-Do set last season, and I was I was just staring at like the old cars, like the wax on wax off
Mm-hmm.
cars,
Mm-hmm.
and Ralph just walks up behind me and he goes, "Pretty cool, huh?" I'm like, "Huh? Oh yeah." He goes, "That one right there is actually from the original movie. They gave it to me when I turned 18." I'm like, "Oh, that's really cool." Like, because like I've been on the other team the whole time. I've been on the other sets the whole time, so I never
Yeah.
really got to talk with him. And like my first time talking to him, he's just like walking up behind me, like, "Oh, you like the car? Yeah, I got that when I was 18." Like, just like, so they're really cool guys.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. Nice, nice. And at, for this current season, season 4, what scene did you love the most? Like, what scene did you love shooting the most, or a scene that you love watching?
Yeah. I would I would say I have like mixed feelings about the koi pond scene because like it was fun to shoot, like getting in the water. The water was nice and warm, and like it was just cool. Like just like being like, I don't know, it was just like a cool scene to get to do. But that day it was in Atlanta. It was fall,
Oh,
and it was just a little cold and chilly, and so like we were soaking wet, so like whenever like any part that wasn't underwater, like where the water was warm, it was freezing. And
oh,
that one above shot where we're all going in the circle around it, it
yeah.
wasn't a crane, it was a drone. So it was four extremely high powered fans just blowing down on you,
Oh my
like
god.
trying to hold a camera up while we're like drenched, like running in the circles, and it's just like okay, catch the koi. Like, yeah, yeah.
No.
But it was a fun episode. It was a fun scene, but it was a painful scene too.
Oh, it definitely sounds like it.
Yeah.
Wow. And and from being on the show, I'm sure you're a big fan of the television series too, just like everyone else is. I mean, I'm sure you watch it and binge watch it. And
Yeah.
like, what were your thoughts when Danny and Johnny finally join forces and bring both skulls, and everybody's like one now, going against the evil Silver?
That was really awesome to me. I was really excited because like I did want to be buddied up with Chris, and then as soon as like the teams got broken up like halfway through, I was like, okay, well the whole point was that I wanted to be buddies with Chris again, and now we're split up against like what was the point of any of this? So now we're finally like buddies again. It's like, all right, cool. Just that's all I want. Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so I'm guessing like you and Chris are like the close friends from being on set.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, we're really close buddies. We'll just like hang out like all the time on and off set.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, I just we're because our trailers there's usually like one or two yeah, just like our trailers are next to each other and stuff outside like of the set.
Hmm.
And so like I'll just like bang like through my wall to his wall and be like, Khalil, and he'll just come over and like during lunch or like just hanging out or whatever. And yeah.
Nice. And like I don't know if you watch wrestling or like your WWE or AEW guy, but the one scene where they wrote in for you to say is you mentioned the wrestler Chris Jericho.
Oh yeah.
And when I heard that, I was like, "Oh my God, he just said Jericho," because I'm like a huge fan of his. And Jericho actually tweeted out like that scene, like he took a picture of the scene from his phone, and he actually tweeted it out with you saying his name.
Oh god, that's awesome. That's sick. I gotta check that out.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And like, what do you hope happens for Mitch, if it goes into season 5? I mean, everyone knows it's going to season 5, but
Yeah.
like, what do you hope happens for Mitch for next season?
Because I kind of like where he's at with finally being buddies with Chris again. I
Yeah.
feel like I just want to see that like Mitch and Chris like evolve, like we get stronger. I want to see them like get bitches on like
Right, right.
but yeah, like I want to see them like wipe out like some Cobra Kais or something on their own, just like lay down. But yeah.
Nice. And how was it like meeting Carrie on Underwood? Like
Oh
how
yeah.
how was it like meeting her?
She was really nice. Yeah, okay. On like I feel bad because like I even like put it on my Instagram. Like I wasn't sure who it was at first. I just saw everyone taking pictures with her, and I'm like, oh crap, I should too. So then I just like gave someone my phone, and like I like took a picture with her, and like I patted her on the back. Was like, all right, you have a good one. Like like just like left. And then later I walked up to Peyton, and I was like, so who is that? She's like, it's Carrie Underwood. I'm like, oh,
You're like,
oh,
who?
what? They're like, like I looked up. I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, the music. I'm like, okay, because I'm like, oh, I'm all like that name sounds very, very familiar. I just don't know what it is. Like, but yeah, yeah. So like, and like the music start like some of her songs would be playing through the house
Yeah.
sometimes, and then my mom would be like, "See, that's who Carrie Underwood is," and I'm like, "Okay, I got it." Like, so
Oh man, that's really awesome. Like she was probably looking, oh, you're saying, oh, nice, bye. She's like,
all
what?
right, later.
Out of all the scenes you've done and seasons you've done for the show, like, was there any like scenes that stood out to you? Was there any like funny or cool behind the scenes stories that happen on set?
I did have. I always like think have them like because like I'll come home and like I'll just tell my family like
Yeah,
all of
yeah.
them of like, oh, this thing that was funny happened, but like I always blank when the actual question comes up. But ah, funny day on set. I don't like yeah, pretty much. Lily, do you remember any?
Um, off the top of my
I
head.
was just like I'm trying to think like funny day on set, something crazy that happened. Like an episode. Like, do you remember me ever going like, oh wait, during this scene this happened?
Yeah, like I think like you would tell William Zach kind of funny joke.
Oh yeah. Was it? Oh yeah, there, oh yeah, there was the So there was my introduction scene
Yeah.
where like I come in like and we're getting our nicknames. So there was a bunch of different variations that like happened like the penis breath and ass face
Yeah.
like that, like penis breath and taint breath or whatever, or ass no, it was ass face and taint breath were the two that were used. But we had like a bunch of like other different variations. But then there was this one that the writers told Jacob, they're like, Jacob, come here. So like we're in the middle of the scene, we're standing there, the camera's pointed at us. Jacob walks up to them. They all huddle around him and whisper in his ear, and he goes, okay. Walks up to us, they just go, and action. He goes, I'm gonna call you R2D tard and C3 piece of shit. We just lose it. We start laughing so hard, like we weren't able to use the take, but just like we immediately just like bent over. Oh, like, so yeah. Oh yeah, and then I don't know if it got put in as a blooper, but like for I think like we made a blooper reel for like the discs or something. But well, there was one time where I think it was season 2 or 3. It was the party. It was the pool party, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what was it? Yeah, so there's the part where all the Miyagi-Dos come in and
Mhm.
see all the Cobra Kai's sitting on the couch, like staring up at them. And then without telling us, there's this one take where all of them just start charging at us.
Oh
So
no.
we're just sitting there at the couch, like chilling, and we're just supposed to have like a really quiet, like stare down. And all of a sudden, all the Miyagi-Dos just stare at us and they go, ah, and just start charging it. Like you see me and Jacob just go like, yeah.
Now
It really got us by surprise.
that is so
They like to
funny.
pull little jokes on us in between.
Now Jacob looks like he's like really funny, like someone who pranks people or does jokes on set and all that. He looks like someone like that.
Yeah, no, that's definitely him. Yeah.
And what do you like doing during your free time when you're not involved with, doing shows and acting and
I usually just like to like hang out at my house, play games. I just got an archery. So like I've been in archery for a long time, but I haven't had like my own target. I usually like go places to go shooting, but like now I have like a
okay.
target in my backyard that I've been using. I just got a chicken from my like we have like some friends, and they had one chicken that would get attacked by all the other chickens just for no reason. And they're like, well, I was gonna put it down, but like I just felt bad for putting it down just because it was getting attacked. So I don't know what to do with it. And we're like, we'll take it. So I got a chicken now. I'm a proud farmer. I think that I
Wow.
don't know. But yeah, yeah, it's cute.
Okay, wow, nice. And you mentioned games. Are you big into video games and like
Yeah, yeah. I have I used to be doing PlayStation a lot, but I recently got a PC. Like not
oh,
recently,
and you're
like
doing those
like
games?
yeah. So like now I've been doing like a lot of like PC gaming, so that's been fun.
Nice.
Yeah. Like I like Fallout 76. That's one I've been on a lot recently. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was funny. I was just interviewing Nate O and
Yeah.
Owen Morgan, and they were talking about how they love playing the PC games. They're like Minecraft fans.
Oh yeah.
And like, what kind of songs do you like? Like, what's on your playlist? I mean, I'm sure nothing but Carrie Underwood, right?
Oh yeah, no, of course. No, but yeah, I think I pretty much like have like a wide variety. I like um recently it's been like Jimi Hendrix and stuff. Like I've
Oh,
been leaning more
nice.
towards like classic rock,
Okay.
but also like classic music. Like in the game I've been playing, like it's based in like it's sort of like 50s ish, so it
Nice.
is like classic music. Yeah, like Andrew Sisters and stuff like that, Mr. Sandman. like
Oh wow,
Mr.
yeah,
Sandman,
yeah.
bring me. Yeah, so got a little music like that.
I mean, I don't know if you ever saw like the old Halloween 2. Like they actually play that song a lot in
Oh
Halloween
yeah,
2. You
oh
know,
yeah. I think I've
Mr.
seen the
Mr.
Halloween movies. Yeah,
Sandman.
yeah.
um, I I always ask guests this when I have them on the show because my show deals a lot with like horror films. And
Yeah.
do you like horror films? And if you do, what are some horror films you like?
I've recently, which one was it? I think it was the new Halloween movie that I just
Yeah,
saw. Yeah. That was the one I saw most recently. The like I'm fine with like normal like murderer like horror movies, but like
yeah.
spiritual horror movies, that's when I like that. That's what really gets me. So like when I was a little kid, I watched The Conjuring, and that
Oh my
messed me up
God.
so much. I literally slept with a Bible. Like I just like had it next to me all the time. Just like I was just like in pure like paralyzed fear every night in bed, just like because I had one of those stupid giant armoire things as a wardrobe.
Oh no.
So like the exact same thing in the movie was just in my room, and I'm just staring at it like it's gonna kill me. Like someone's gonna crawl out of it. Like
Oh
yeah.
no.
So it was just horrible.
That you know those movies are very scary. Like
It, it
the
didn't help that it starts off with based on a true story, but
no,
like
exactly, right? That's crazy. And like the one scene in that movie that really got me, like I was like, oh my God, like I was creeped out by it, is that little kid dancing to that tiptoe through the tulip song, like that
like
little kid's dancing. And
yeah.
oh my God, like that was freaking me out. Like I was like, oh my God, this is so creepy. I have to stop.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
And like, what about apps? Like, what app do you like the most? Like, are you like a TikTok guy, Instagram, Snapchat? Like,
Yeah, I'm usually like using Snapchat, to like talk to my like cousins and stuff like that or whatever. But yeah. Um yeah. Yeah, just like I usually use Snapchat. And I'm trying to think. Like, yeah, I try to get better at social media. I just don't feel like taking a picture of my food every couple hours. But yeah,
yeah, that's
like, 'cause
true.
like Instagram's like really important. Like I mostly use that. I try to get better at it, but just like I just don't like it. I don't know. Yeah.
Uh, Are there any shows you're currently like binge watching? Like any television, Netflix? Like,
Yeah. I've really been into The Witcher. It kind of like
oh, that's a good series.
satisfies that Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings itch that I
Mm-hmm.
that I always have.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like medieval, like swords, magic. All right, love it, perfect. So
Awesome. Uh, is there anything coming up next that you like want to push and plug? Like, is there anything you're allowed to talk about that you're in, or?
yeah, not really working on anything right now. Just working on myself, getting ready for the next season.
Oh, definitely.
But yeah, yeah.
And like fans like me and stuff, and that every year when this show comes out, like you binge watch it so
Yeah,
fast because the episodes aren't really that long. So you could
yeah,
like binge watch the whole season a day or two, and then you're like, oh my God, this is it. I have to wait like a whole year.
exactly. Yeah, he's like my thing even is I'll. Oh, the computer's about to die, Lily. Sure. Yeah. But my thing even is what was it? I won't read the scripts. Like I'll just read the parts that I'm in
Yeah.
and like just skip everything else. Um because and so like when the actual show comes out, like it's all new to me and like fresh to me. So like it like I yeah it's cool because like I am a fan of it. I want to enjoy it. I don't want it to be spoiled for me.
Well,
So
yeah, of course.
yeah, I want but it's like I'm in it. I have to read it to know what I'm doing and what's happening. So like while we were filming the fifth season I was even like, wait, so where's Creaspan? And then he was, they were like, oh, he's in jail. And I'm like, wait, like really? They're like, no, no, no. Did you not read the scripts? I'm like, no, I don't. And they're like, he gets arrested in the last episode of the last season. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe I should read the scripts. And I'm like, so yeah.
Nice. And where can fans find you at? Like, what's your pages, social media, if you have a Twitch and all that?
Yeah, my Instagram and Twitter are just Aedin Mincks. It might show my name on the Zoom thing. I don't know, but yeah, just how my name's spelled. But yeah,
Yeah.
I might be starting up a Twitch soon. But yeah. So it's probably just either gonna be my name again or Willie the Pimp. But yeah,
Ooh, okay.
yeah, no,
Okay.
okay.
There you go. That's a good name.
So yeah. It's a Frank Zappa song, so
Yeah. That's. Oh yeah. Okay. Nice.
like anytime I'll hop into a game, I hear people go, "Oh yeah, Willie the Pimp!" Just like they get hyped for it. So I feel like it's a good name.
Definitely is. Yeah, it's definitely a good name for gaming.
Yeah, I just saw one the other day. It was called Conquistador. Like,
Oh my god.
so hilarious.
Nice. Well, I want to thank you for taking time out. It's been really fun talking to you. You're super funny, really nice person. Like, thanks for doing the interview.
Hey, thanks. I appreciate it. I had a great time. Of
Yeah, it was great. Thanks, man.
course.
All right, but we'll definitely have a good night and good rest of the weekend.
Thank you very much. Hey, you have a good one too.
Thank you. Bye.
Later.